This is a question that gets repeated a lot. Is my husband does not allow me to look at his phone without his permission. Am I allowed to look at my husband's office emails and messages and discussions with his friends and social media activity on his phone without his permission?
She's his mother?
She started by saying my husband.
No. If she's A'udhu billah. Who in his right mind would call himself a man and allow his wife to snoop and poke her nose in things that are none of her business? Ditch her. Get rid of her. Get someone new, akhi. Younger, more beautiful, more religious, and who would respect you. A woman who pokes her nose in her husband's affairs like this is not someone worthy to keep. And at the same time, a man who spies on his wife's mobile and reads her chat, and I've had this in counseling sessions. The man, I don't know if there's an app like this, spies on his wife's calls and phones. I don't know how they do this. I want to get one. And off the record, don't throw this to my wife. But he says, I spy on my wife. A'udhu billah. Allah Azza wa Jalla, وَلَا تَجَسَّسُوا. Don't spy. It's haram. It's a major sin. So you have no business, because what does it insinuate? What does it mean when you want to look at your husband's chats and emails that you don't trust him? Any marriage that is based on this trust is not going to last long. So take the decision today and move on with your life.
Jazakallah khair. We're trying to keep the peace.
Sometimes the peace needs war before it. Seriously. And again, yeah, I can't. I do not sugarcoat, unfortunately. I know I'm rude, I'm vulgar, I am savage. You call me whatever. Who cares? Sue me. But the truth is, sometimes we need to slap people to wake them up. If a woman does not know that she's the weakest link, she will abuse her husband. I have sessions with men who come to me crying in a session, and the wife is next to him. Sheikh, I clean the kids and I feed them, and I own 2 companies, and I put roof on her head. I give her everything she wants. And I sometimes do the dishes. And all the time she abuses me. She's disrespectful. She curses me. She talks ill about my mom. He cries like a baby. And she says, yes, because he's disrespecting me as well. Sheikh, she slapped me. She said, yes, because he said something inappropriate. In front of me? What do you expect me to say? Haram alayki, sister. Come on. Akhi, what are you doing? Throw her in the trash can. I tell her, listen, do you have a job? She says, no. Do you have an income? She says, no. Where do you come from? In subcontinent. Where are you living? In America. So, why are you doing? If he divorces you, what will happen? You will take your 2 kids and go back to India. What kind of a life are you going to have? Good, maybe. What is he going to do? Wallahi, next week he's going to marry someone younger, more beautiful, more religious, and she works and she has 5 companies. And she will make him live like a king. And there are hundreds in one row. You, on the other hand, how many will marry you? If you're lucky, you'll get someone who's 65 wanting a nurse, not a wife. If you're lucky. Come on, the demand is far less than the supply. So sometimes, excuse me, sorry, listen, I'm not taking sides, sisters. I have 13 daughters. I don't have a single boy. Alhamdulillah. So definitely I'm going to side by girls. And I have said it so many times. I've lived among women all of my life. I'm growing a uterus. Just pray to Allah I don't get what's after that. Let's stop here. So it's a masjid. Anyhow, so I'm not going to take sides of men. I'm going to take sides of what halal and haram is, what Sharia tells you, and what logic tells you to have a good marriage. When you're submissive, when you're obedient, When you're diplomatic, wallahi, he'll be like a ring in your finger. You can control him like a child. But when he's married to another dude, the man says to me, Sheikh, I'm married to another man. She's not a woman. This is what's happening. In this case, la, Allah, ditch her and have peace.
We'll try to have the peace.